Hello everyone, Mr. Shepherd here again, and we're going to have a look at some more maths today. Now, our want for this lesson is to identify and sort regular and irregular 2D shapes. So let's have a look at our first slide. Okay, so what are 2D shapes? 2D shapes are flat. Okay, you cannot pick them up and hold them in your hand like you can with a 3D shape. Okay, a block is a 3D shape, a block that you can pick up and hold in your hand. That's a 3D shape. A square drawn on a page is a 2D shape. Okay, here are some common 2D shapes. A square, triangle, rectangle, and a circle. Okay, there's also lots of other 2D shapes. 2D shapes that have 3 or more straight sides are called polygons. So any 2D shape with 3 or more straight sides is called a polygon. Here's some examples of polygons. Okay, we've got on the left a equilateral, triangle, a square, and a rectangular pentagon. Probably familiar with a lot of these now. A regular hexagon, a regular octagon. Right, so irregular polygons. Right, so we've got our regular polygons along the top there. They've got all nice uniform sides of the same length, and they've got the same angles, okay? So where those two sides meet, they're all the same. If we look at our triangle there on our regular polygons, you can see that it's all of its sides are the same angle, okay, and all of its sides are the same length as well. Irregular polygons, if we look at our triangle here, we've got a different angle, haven't we? So we've got a larger angle, a wider angle in this part of the shape, and then we've got a narrower angle. So it's a narrower angle, so a wider angle on one part and a narrower angle on another part. So this part of the shape is narrower than this part. Okay, and that's the same for all these irregular polygons. All right. When 2D shapes have different lengths and angles, we call them irregular shapes. Okay, this is a video that you can watch that will explain this more. Probably worth watching that as well, because that's got some good graphics to show you and to demonstrate how irregular shapes differ from regular shapes. Okay, here is a regular pentagon and an irregular pentagon. So the one on the right here, that's still a pentagon, and this is a pentagon. Okay, so any shape that has 5 sides is a pentagon. Okay, doesn't matter whether it's an irregular or a regular pentagon, it's still a pentagon. It's just that this one on the left, this is a regular pentagon because all of its angles are the same and all of its sides are the same length. So let's have a look at that. Okay. Now, notice here, we've got sides all the same length. And then I'm just going to show you where those angles are. So there's that blue triangle there is just to show you where we're talking about when we're talking about the angles. So that angle is where the two sides meet, okay? And you can have different sized angles. You can have smaller angles that are narrower like this, or you can have wider angles that are more like that, okay? These are all the angles on that shape. All right, can you spot which of these triangles is a regular triangle? So have a look at your 3 triangles there and see which one do you think is the regular shape. So remember that we're looking for the shape that has the same sized angles and the same length sides. Okay, so Which do you think? Giving you a clue there. Remember that all of them have the same sides and the same angles. Regular triangle, should have spotted it by now, is that one. Okay. All right, so regular polygons. This is another look at our triangle. When we've got these symbols here, we're just showing that that's the same angle. Okay, it's 60 degrees, 60 degrees, 60 degrees. 4 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 4 centimeters are all the same. So that's going to be a regular polygon rather than an irregular one. Okay, irregular polygons is a 2D shape which does not have all of the sides equal and all of the angles equal. So you can see here we've got a much longer side here than we have here. Okay, and that's going to mean that our angles are different. All right, and whenever we have that situation, we've got an irregular polygon. This is still a triangle, obviously, but it's just an irregular triangle rather than our regular triangle. All right, let's have a look at these two shapes. So knowing what we know now about irregular and regular shapes, which of these would be the irregular shape? Okay, so have a think. All right, so we know that usually the angles could be different. On these particular shapes, we got the same angle for both of the shapes, and all of the angles are the same. They're all 90-degree angles, okay? So we haven't got different angles, but what about our lengths? Now, to have a regular polygon, we've got to have sides that are different lengths. So let's have a look at our first shape. Are all the sides the same length? Yes, they are. Let's have a look at this one. Are the sides the same length? Well, no, they're definitely not. So that's our one that's an irregular shape, okay? An irregular polygon. The rectangle is the irregular shape because its sides are different lengths. Okay, let's have a quiz. Right, you've got to check whether you think the shape that you see is going to be an irregular shape or a regular shape. Let's have a look. All right, is this a regular or an irregular shape? Remember, we're checking to see whether we think that the sides are the same length or are they different lengths. Well, we can see these sides are much longer than these sides, so I think that's going to be an irregular shape. Yes, it is. Okay, is this shape regular or irregular? Again, we're thinking about the length of the sides. We're also thinking about the size of the angles. So we can see down in this part of the shape, got quite a narrow angle like this. Okay, and we get up into this part of the shape, we've got a much wider angle. Okay, so it's definitely got different angles. I'd say its length of its sides are also different. It's going to be an irregular shape. Okay, is this regular or irregular? Let's have a quick think. And it is a regular shape. We've got same length sides and same angles. What about this one? We just covered this, so we should know this. Regular or irregular? It is irregular because the length of the sides are different. This one, is this regular or irregular? It is irregular. We've got different lengths of side, okay, and different angles again. Regular or irregular? Much longer side here, haven't we, than this side, so it's going to be irregular. This one, now these look very much the same, don't they? And they'd be the same angle each one would have the same angle. It's going to be a regular shape. What about this one? Well, obviously we've got much longer sides here. We've got a much different angle here than we have here. Okay, much wider angle. It's going to be an irregular shape. Regular or irregular? Irregular. Regular or irregular on this one? Now this is a tricky one, because this is a pentagon, and these can sometimes look a little bit deceptive. They sometimes look like they've got maybe longer sides or different shaped angles, but this one is actually got all the lengths of these sides are the same. and all of the angle sizes are the same, so it's a regular shape. Okay, so that's the end of our PowerPoint. Good luck with your work. Hope you're getting on with that okay, and I will see you again soon. Okay, cheers. Bye.